Welcome to Yoga with Val. This session is going to be based on using a chair. Use a sturdy chair. A dining room chair will be ideal. You'll need enough room to stretch out and will also be coming to a standing position and raising a leg. You want a chair where your thigh can be parallel to the floor. So consider, if your feet don't come down comfortably, using something like a yoga block to place your feet on, or a book. Let's start by becoming here and now. We're going to move forwards a little on the chair so we're not tempted to lean into the back of the chair. Think about where you want to place your feet so that your hips feel comfortable. Finding a position where the arms can relax and release. Spine nice and upright. Closing the eyes when you're ready. So we're taking some nice long deep breaths, sitting tall, aware of the sitting bones, reaching down into the seat of the chair, aware of the contact between the feet and the floor. Height through your spine, releasing your shoulders, feeling open through the chest, keeping some height, breathing. We can direct the breath in and out through the nose. The nose is a natural filter, it will warm and moisten the air. Bringing your focus into your body. Bringing the head to a centered position, little space through the throat, relaxing and releasing the muscles of the face, releasing through your jaw, softening your shoulders, releasing through your arms, hands, fingers and thumbs. Using a little bit of tone through the tummy and the lower back. Height through your spine, settling through your hips, relaxing through your legs, ankles, feet and toes. Recognizing this is your time for your practice of yoga. Aware of your breath. Think about deepening that breath to that lovely full yogic breath. Breathing in at the very bottom of the lungs, filling up through the rib cage to the top of the chest. Steady release of the out breath, chest falling, rib cage closing, maybe the tummy muscles drawing in a little. In breath, that feeling of space, really breathing deep down into the lungs, filling. And as you breathe out, controlled out breath, encouraging every muscle in your body to release. Last one, deep in breath, still aware of that height through the spine, the opening through the body. And really allowing all those muscles to soften and release as you breathe out. Let's think about introducing some movement. We'll start with the neck. So, keeping those shoulders relaxed, head centered, simply drawing the chin in towards the throat. Feel a stretch through the neck. Gently lift your chin to center. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Where you go is completely under your control. Shoulders stay relaxed. Don't allow the back of the neck to collapse. Repeating as you're ready, drawing the chin into throat. Nice tuck in through that chin. Feeling the spine stretching up between the shoulder blades. As you're ready, releasing, bringing head to center and gently tipping so the chin and gaze come towards the ceiling, keeping those shoulder blades relaxed, length in the back of the neck. And then we'll allow our head to return to center. So think about working into those shoulders, drawing those shoulders backwards, squeezing the shoulder blades together. If you struggle to identify with the movement, use your elbows as well. Spine staying upright, it's the shoulders that are working the chest that's opening, and relax. We'll repeat as you're ready, drawing the shoulders back, keeping tall, opening that chest, aware of your breath, and releasing those shoulders forwards. Last one, shoulders squeeze back. Try and enjoy that opening stretch through the front of the shoulder, the opening through the chest, and releasing those shoulders. I'm going to work into a position called cactus hands now. So we've got those elbows bent, palms open, fingers to the ceiling, and begin to wriggle and stretch into your fingers and thumbs. We're working into all of the knuckle joints. Really feel that you can feel that stretch. Might be opening the hands wide and closing the hands into fists. And when we're ready, we can begin to circle. If you want to circle and keep the fingers moving, you can be as elaborate as you wish with your movements. Do change direction and do a few the other way. If you need to pause here to give your hands a massage, or you wish to work longer, please do. And we'll have a little shake out of those hands. They've been in the air. We just want to encourage the blood flow. And your hands can relax. I'm going to work into the centre of the body now. So just as we do usually in class when we're laying on the mat, we're going to draw those tummy muscles in and clench the bottom. Okay, so when you're ready, draw tummy muscles in, clench your bottom tightly, squeezing at centre. Begin to work into that lower back and working on that digestion. We relax and release. If you want to work with the breath, squeeze as you breathe out, drawing tummy muscles in, clenching the bottom, and as you're ready to breathe in, release. Third one if you're happy to, otherwise just stick with the two. Breathing out, squeezing tummy muscles, squeezing the bottom. And when you're ready to breathe in, we release and soften. Let's move down into those legs. I'm going to take my block away for these movements. So, decide which leg you're going to start with. We start with the toe going down to the floor, the knees bent. Then we stretch the heel away, open through the back of that knee, lengthen that leg, toes are up towards the ceiling. We bring toe down to the mat, near your chair. We stretch the leg away, heel to the floor. One more on this side, toes down, knee bent. Then stretch the leg away, toes to the ceiling. Bring the foot back to its resting position and we'll work to the other side. Starting with the toe touching down, knees bent. Extend that leg away, open through the back of that knee as you take the toes up to the ceiling. Bending the knee in, toe to mat. Extending the leg, heels extended, length and open through the back of that knee, toes to the ceiling. One more if you're happy to, try and keep sitting upright, toe down. Heel stretching, last one. And then the foot comes down to your mat. Let's work into those toes and ankles. Have a little wriggle through those toes. You can keep the foot down here if you wish. Okay, then we'll have a few circles. If you don't want a circle, simply draw the toes up and point the toes away. Work in the way that's right for you, and then we'll change direction. Really feel we're awakening all the muscles through that foot. And when you're ready, foot comes down to the floor. We work to the other side, so wriggling into those toes. stretching, awakening the muscles through the feet. When you're ready, a few circles or just a little tilt and tug, and then changing direction. When that feels balanced for you, that foot comes down to the floor. Let's have a long straightening stretch all the way through. Take both arms to the ceiling, lengthen the sides of the body as you reach for the ceiling. You might want to look up at the same time. You might want to take a lovely big in-breath. And then we're going to release down. Make sure you don't go rolling forwards too fast. We're going to hug under those knees. We're going to come into our curled position. If you wish, take those feet a little further apart so you can drop down between your knees. We've got that forward curl. And we'll uncurl. Bring ourselves to a nice seated position. We are going to work into hugging those knees in, working into the lower back and the hip. So decide which side you want to start with first, and we bring the knee up. We bring the heel in towards the body if we can. If you don't want to hug over the shin, you can hug underneath the thigh instead. We're looking to close down this angle here between the body and the leg. Drawing that knee in, sitting up nice and tall, breathing. Your choice where the hands are. Work with your body. Try and keep your hips balanced. And we'll release and change sides. So we bring the knee up. Remember, the lefts and rights might be different. Are we hugging over the shin or underneath? Can you relax the foot? Can you draw the thigh into the body? Sitting tall, breathing. Check your shoulders are relaxed and your chest is open. When we feel we're balanced with the other side, we release. We're going to repeat that each side. So returning to the first side, bringing that knee up, hug that leg into the body. Sitting tall. Breathing, relaxing the shoulders. Appreciate the stretch into that hip, through your lower back. Modify as you need. When you're ready, you release. You go to the other side. So that heel comes up. Change the grip if you need to. Think about your posture, sitting tall, releasing those shoulders. Really appreciating that stretch into your hip. When we're ready, we can release that leg down. We're now going to extend the leg away, supporting it with our hands. So the leg comes up, we interlace our fingers to cradle underneath that thigh, and we stretch that heel away. It's entirely down to you where that leg's going. It might be down here somewhere. Try and sit upright. Try and soften those shoulders. If you feel you want to stretch up here with the leg higher, please do. Want to feel a stretch in the back of this leg as we're supporting it for the good of our lower back, sitting up nice and tall and stretching through that heel. So we are going to change sides. As you're ready, bend that knee in, bring the foot down to the mat, change sides. Interlacing fingers underneath the thigh, stretching that leg out. Think about height through your spine. Use a little bit of tone through the tummy muscles and the lower back. Breathing, chest open. Where's your leg going to be? The left and right might be different. Lengthen. Sit tall. Always aware of your posture. When that feels balanced with the other side, release. Foot returns. If you're happy to, we'll repeat that each side. So the knee comes up, fingers interlace under the leg, stretch the heel away. Lengthen that leg, sit tall. Open chest, relax shoulders, breathing, lengthening, appreciating the stretch where you feel it in your body. When we're ready, we bend, bring that foot down, change sides. Lengthen. Think about your posture. Are you breathing? If you want to work on finer points, have you got your hips balanced through the chair? releasing when you feel ready. We're going to work into a hip opener next. It might not suit you. Think about how your hip feels and how your knee is. The foot comes up onto the other thigh. Okay, so make sure you're sitting tall. Think about bringing that heel up onto the thigh, allowing that knee to drop open. If this doesn't work for you, you might be bringing the foot across the shin. So you might have that leg extended and the heel, ankle comes onto the shin and the knee drops open. Bringing the foot down to the mat. Changing to the other side. Will this foot come up and the knee drop open? Sitting tall. Maybe you've got the leg extended and we're working from here. Work in the way that's right for you and your hips. We'll change and work to the other side whenever you're ready. So we're sitting nice and tall. We bring the foot up or just across the shin, wherever's right for you. We're looking to work and stretch into this open side. Might get a bit of work going on to that heel, onto that ankle. Whenever you're ready, foot comes down, we try the other side. Breathing, sitting tall, releasing your shoulders, opening through your chest. Modify this as it works for you. We're looking to open into that hip. Foot will come down when you're ready. We're now going to work into a stretch to open and go into those shoulders once more. We're going to have the elbows bent. The palms are facing in towards the body. We're going to breathe in, taking the arms wide. Breathe out, bringing the hands to the chest. So, in breath, we stretch wide, drawing shoulder blades together. Out breath. The hands come in. Last one, breathing in nice and wide, draw those shoulder blades together. Out breath, bringing your hands in. Relax and release your arms, have a little wriggle through your shoulders. We're going to go into a forward bend next. Think about taking those knees and feet apart. So before we go into the forward bend, let's think about how we might come up. If you are looking after your lower back, please consider using hands on thighs. So from the forward bend to come up, it might be hands onto the thighs to gently ease up. When we're in this forward bend, our head will be lower than our heart. Consider your blood pressure if you normally suffer from any sort of dizziness, and take your time or completely avoid this move. So our first forward bend is to come down and hug underneath our legs. We allow the head and neck to relax and release forwards. We're thinking about the body dropping down between those thighs. Breathing. Remember, when we forward bend, it's the back that's stretching. Enjoy that forward bend, enjoy the release through the spine, through the head, the neck, the shoulders. Think about how you're going to come up. You might just roll up, or it might be hands onto thighs and steadily come up. If you feel dizzy, pause, get your breath, and then steadily roll the rest of the way up. Let's have a think now about moving this on. So it's going to be stretching down towards those heels. Allow your body to come forwards. Drop down between your thighs. Reach down towards the floor. Allow the head and neck to relax. It might be that you're working on bringing the palms down to the floor. You might be holding your elbows. Make sure you're not going to topple from your chair. Think about how you're going to come up when you're ready to come up. Are you going to uncurl gently? Are you going to use some support from those hands on the thighs? A third one if you're happy to. You might this time want to stretch those legs away. Think about the security of your chair. You might want to slide down those legs towards your feet. When we forward bend, we get a stretch into those hamstrings, the backs of the legs and through the lower back. Want to encourage the spine to relax and release. Check that we're breathing. Keep an eye on how we're feeling blood pressure head-wise. And ease yourself up to sitting in the way that's right for you. We're going to do a few little back bends that will counterpose that forward bend. So, sitting tall. First one, shoulder blades come together, gaze goes to the ceiling. Sense that the chest is lifting, so we've got some stretch through the front of the body. Make sure you're breathing. You don't have to take the gaze directly overhead as long as it's upwards. And then we relax and release out as if we're rolling those shoulders and bringing the head centre. So the next one we can go a little further for those of you who want to. Rolling the shoulders, looking to the ceiling, lifting that chest. Feel the rib cage stretching upwards. Keep support through your lower back. Don't allow it to collapse. Don't allow the back of the neck to collapse. Enjoy that opening through the chest. If you feel any strain on the throat, open the mouth. And as you're ready, use a shoulder roll to bring the head and shoulders forwards. Third one, if you're happy to, you might want to take hold of the back of the chair this time. So as we lift the chest and the gaze, we might be holding onto the back of the chair. Keeping that stretch through the front of the body. Breathing. Work in the way that is right for you. When you feel ready, you roll forwards. You can very much take these videos at your own pace, either easing yourself out of the position before I encourage you to do so, or taking a moment and pausing. Pause the screen, enjoy the stretch, press play again when you're ready. Let's think about twisting now. So we're on the front third of our chair. We're going to twist towards the back of the chair. If you struggle with your twist, think about sitting side on. Okay. So feet are nice and firmly planted, spine is upright. I'm going to twist to my left first. I'm going to take the back of my right hand to my left knee, palms facing outwards. The left arm's going to reach and stretch over the back of the chair. I'm going to try and relax and release my shoulders, keep my chest open. In a wonderful twist, looking around to the left. Breathing. When you're ready to come forwards, you ease yourself forwards, releasing both hands, and we twist to the other side. So it's the back of the left hand to the right knee. Stretch that right arm, twist to the right, sitting nice and upright, encouraging those shoulders to release. This will depend on the height of your chair. Looking to the right. As you're ready, coming forwards. Once more to each side. If you want to do more than two, please do. So it's the back of the right hand to the left leg, twist to the left. Arms over the back of the chair, spine is upright, chest is open, and I'm looking over my left shoulder. I'm breathing, I'm recognizing this twist is in my waist, got height through my spine, and I'm open through the chest. Coming forwards as you're ready, back of the left hand to the right knee, extend the right arm and twist to the right. Try and release those shoulders, sit up tall. Breathing, aware of the twist working into my waist. aware of the height through the spine, thinking of my posture. When you feel balanced, you release and come forwards. And for our counter pose, you might want to have a nice stretch up to the ceiling. If you want to extend that stretch, look to the backs of the hands, lifted through the ribcage, releasing down as you're ready. We're going to go into a side bend. Please be mindful, we're going to the side. Your chair should be nice and sturdy. Again, we're on the front third of the chair. Our feet are about hip width or even a little wider apart. We just want to move to the side. So start nice and upright, relax those shoulders, stretch to the side. It's as if you're trying to pick a pencil or something up from the floor. Keep the gaze forward. You should feel the stretch in the opposite side of the waist. As we're ready to come up, we use an in-breath to come up. And then we slide to the other side. As if we're trying to reach something that's on the floor, keeping the integrity in the spine. Side bending. In-breath to come up, once more to each side. So sliding to the first side. Stretching towards the floor. Use an in-breath to come up. Slide to the other side. Use your in-breath to come up. Relax through your waist. We're going to look at chair posture now. So we're sitting in our chair. We want to have those knees going straight forwards from the hips. We're going to take the arms to the ceiling. Your arms are by your ears, so stretching straight up, palm facing. Think about tucking under a little through your hips, through that pelvis. Lengthen the lower back. Raise through those shoulders, stretching to the ceiling. So this is our chair posture, modified to sit in the chair. We could bring those arms down. Have a little curl into those knees to release. Steadily bring yourself up. We are going to go to standing now. So will you stand, take a moment. Might be just coming into your Tadasana. Standing nice and tall. Aware of the weight through the feet, the height through the spine. Relaxing the shoulders, opening the chest. Think about any adjustment you need through your pelvis. Little hold through the tummy and the lower back. Level chin. Take a moment to adjust. Let's look at our chair posture from this position. We want our feet to be directly under our hips. Those knees are moving straight forwards. If your knees tend to roll in, turn the feet outwards. If your knees tend to roll outwards, turn the feet in a little. We want to engage with this front thigh muscle. It's up to you whether you have the hands to the ceiling or modified hands can be on the waist. We're going to allow those knees to move forwards as we come into a squat, keeping those heels down. If you've got the arms stretched to the ceiling, the palms are facing. Try not to hunch those shoulders up to the ears. Think about tilting through the pelvis a little so we extend that lower back. Breathing. Recognize your legs are working and we're lengthening through the side of the body. Try to keep the spine upright. Try not to tip. And then we can push up through those strong legs and release those arms down. Going to work into dog onto the chair. Give you two versions of this. You're going to take your hands firmly onto the seat of the chair. You're going to walk a little way from the chair. Your forehead might be coming down onto the chair. If you're very flexible and happy and comfortable that your chair's sturdy, you might walk a little further away and you might drop the head between the arms. However you are working, those hands stay onto the seat of the chair. Those hips get lifted towards the ceiling. we're dropping the chest. Dog is a back bend. We should get lengthening through those legs. Breathing. Should feel open through your chest. Your choice of how you come out. Soften the legs. You might uncurl, you might walk gently in towards your chair. And what do you need? Do you need to just have a wriggle to allow everything to relax and release? We are going to do a balance next. This balance has a modification for you. If you're not comfortable with the leg lifted, you can stretch the leg behind you. The idea here is that we're going to take most of the weight into one leg. So bring both hands down to the chair. Make sure you're not going to kick anything behind you. I'm going to keep my left hand down the chair. I'm going to keep my left leg supporting my body weight, and I'm going to raise the right leg behind me. If you feel comfortable and want to move on, take your right arm off the chair, and you might be opening to the side. Right arm going up to the ceiling. Breathing, stretching, opening. How long you hold this will depend on your balance. When we're ready, we come down and we try the other side. So remember, you might just be stretching that left leg away behind you, encouraging the weight into the right chair, the right leg. You might be completely missing this out. You might just watch this on screen and not take part. If you want to lift that leg to the ceiling, bring the same arm up off the chair. You might be turning the body and stretching and opening. That supporting leg, you can see my leg shaking a little as it takes all the weight. So I'm really working into the balance. I'm using my chair. Please be sensible. You're going to only do this if you're happy to. Coming up and releasing from the posture when you're ready. And we're going to come back down onto our chair for a few moments, just to return ourselves to feeling here and now. So bring yourself back onto your chair, sitting slightly away from the back of the chair, nice and upright, relaxing those shoulders. Where do your feet need to be? Do you want your block to make your legs comfortable? Sitting nice and tall. If you're happy, closing the eyes, breathing in and out through the nose. Have your arms in a position that's comfortable. Height through your spine. Breathing in, creating space in the body. Breathing out, relaxing and releasing. Height through the spine, head nice and centered. Little length in the neck. Releasing the muscles of the face. Relaxing through the jaw. Relaxing and releasing your shoulders. Feeling open through your chest as you breathe calm. Upper arms relaxed. Space in the elbows. Lower arms releasing. Space in your wrists. Feeling open through your palms. Relaxed through your fingers and thumbs. Releasing the weight of the arms. Height through the spine, a little bit of tone through the tummy and the lower back. Breathing in that sense of space. Breathing out, releasing. Encouraging every muscle in your body to relax. Just a little tone through the tummy and the lower back to hold us up. Lovely big in-breath. Steady out. Where the sitting bones onto the chair. Relaxing and releasing through your thighs, feeling open through your knees, relaxed in your lower legs, space in your ankles, relaxing through your feet and all of your toes, letting the weight of your legs go. To encourage the whole of your body to release. Breathe in height through the spine, breathing out, releasing down. Take a moment to be with your breath. Just appreciate a moment of silence. And beginning to deepen your breath, bringing your attention back into your body and into your room, becoming aware, thinking about how you might wish to move. Do you want to wriggle into those fingers and toes? Do you need a little wriggle through those shoulders? Perhaps you want a little stretch to the ceiling. Maybe you would appreciate a little hug in. We often forget to appreciate the sound of silence. Do take a moment to breathe, to just let yourself be. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.